What's up, everybody? Marcus here. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the interactions. I appreciate you being here. So thank you very, very much. I want to drop some knowledge today about the most powerful marketing strategy you could ever do. If you are a business owner, if you're selling something, if you're a restaurant owner, especially restaurant owners, this is the most powerful, one of the most powerful things that you can do for your marketing. I'm going to talk about a strategy that I've been doing for years, and people love it. People love it, okay? Anybody can do this. Don't think that I'm special and that anybody can do this. This is totally easy to do, this marketing strategy, okay? First of all, marketing has changed. The way we market our business has totally changed in the last 10 years, last 20 years. When I first opened in 2003, I was so excited that I got mentioned on chowhound.com. I was like, I'm on Chowhound. Yay, I was discovered. Somebody found me. And I was like, that's awesome. We're listed. Let's, folks, that was how we did organic marketing back then, stuff like that, right? And it was just YouTube didn't exist yet. YouTube was not even in existence yet. Instagram was far from being developed. Facebook wasn't open up to the public. I don't know if Facebook was around in 2003, right? I know I had high school kids working for them, college kids working for me in the very early years like that. And they're like, you should be on Facebook. You can sell stuff, this and that. And I was like, well, it's not. So I open the college kids right now. That's it. They go, but you have a college address, because I used to be an adjunct teacher at a college. They're like, you can probably totally get on. And I think I was able to get on before I actually released to the public Facebook. But I mean, remember MySpace? I mean, a lot of restaurants, businesses, their webpage was MySpace. That was their link to their business page. So folks, this stuff is changing. The cameras that we're using now. So we got some great media coverage for our Christmas Day Soup Kitchen. Thank you to Spectrum News. And I got talking to the reporter, Erin, and one day she had a camera person there. One day she didn't have a camera. She came 2 days in a row. And we were talking, and she needed a mic stand. Like, I got a mic stand, I got this. And she's like, oh my gosh, how do you have all this stuff? I said, because I do a ton of videos. I'm into content marketing, big time, and video marketing, big time. And she was like, yeah, we're talking about how important it was. And she goes, nowadays, Marcus, these iPhone 10s and 11s, the cameras on here, she goes, I can make a better video with my phone than that big camera that the guy's carrying around. I said, yeah, I know, it's insane. And she goes, yeah, this is like, there's no excuse for people not to be making videos of their businesses. And I said, I totally agree. So here's the strategy, folks. This is the strategy that has been crushing it for me for years. The strategy is talking about myself, talking about my passions, sharing what's going on in my life, sharing what's going on in the restaurant, just documenting and sharing what's happening with Jamie and I, with our kids, with the restaurant, and just sharing recipes, sharing food philosophies, sharing our trips. That's how we became into the wine travel business, folks. 10 years ago, when we first went on our first trip to, well, that wasn't our first trip to Italy. That was our first trip that you could actually see. Because 2009, we could now start posting on Facebook, and we had smartphones back then. The iPhone was there, so you could take pictures and stuff like that. So we started posting and documenting our 2009 trip, and we went to Napa like almost the same year. We documented and put it up there on Facebook, and we'd get comments from people. We would get comments from people. Take us with you. We want to go. Take us with you. And it took me a good 5 or 6 years to realize that, hey, I can probably pull something off. And the more we traveled, the more we posted and we shared, and people got more interested. And now our Italy trips sell out almost instantly. We're doing 1, 2, 3 a year. So we just, the strategy I'm talking about for marketing, for business marketing, the most powerful marketing strategy is being yourself and sharing what's going on in your life and the business and everything, and dropping some great knowledge to your guests, to your clients. That's it, to be on top of their mind. I've read lots of content marketing books over the years, and I just now have read 2 more. I'm finishing up the next one called Top of Mind. I think it's by Joe Hall. And you just want as much attention that you can get on all your social media channels. And with the phone, with the cameras, there's no reason not to be making the Facebook Live. Folks, Facebook Lives for my business, for my restaurant business, are massively huge. Facebook Lives are shockingly big. People love them. People comment. People come into my restaurant all the time. You're the guy I saw. I know you. A friend of mine had called somebody the other day, and the friend on the other line was like, well, where are you at right now? And he's like, well, I'm at this restaurant, Aroma Time. And the person on the other line was like, oh my gosh, I follow their lives. I follow their videos. I love that place. I've never really I've only been there once, but I love that place. And they're always on the top of my mind because we're just creating more video content, more content for them to relate and like us. The number one of the top reasons people buy from you is because they like you, to be likable. The likability factor, or the psychological bias of being likable is huge. When people like you, they will buy from you over and over again. They're even willing to overlook downfalls and shortcomings you have because they like you. So when you create content and do videos and post things and go on Facebook and you go on Instagram and you go on Snapchat and you do things like I'm doing this live right here, right now, and posting it everywhere, people learn to like me and they begin to trust me, and then they want to do business with me. So if you want to do business with me, we do restaurant coaching. We have a restaurant. We also do wine travel vacations to Italy. But I also manage a lot of people's Facebook accounts. We build bots for restaurants. We have a coaching business. We have an online university called Restaurant Growth Secrets University. And we teach any business, any type of business, how to do stuff like this. You just don't have to be a restaurant. I'm getting ready to work with the cleaners. I'm getting ready to work with 2 cleaners, as a matter of fact. I'm building a bot and doing a lead magnet, a draw for cleaners. I'm talking about dry cleaners, not like steam cleaners or industrial cleaners like that, but all out dry cleaners. We're going to start working with 2 here on a limited basis. Veterinarian offices. We have a great package for vet offices that will start building your database like crazy. People love their pets. People will do anything for their pets. People will make comments on Facebook. You post anything on pets, cats, dogs, anything like that. And we're getting ready where we actually have a beta program coming out for vet offices to test this out and see how well it works. So this whole digital strategy, this whole thing on creating content is mind-blowing, and it is super, super, super effective. So I just want to get on and just share that today with you guys, how important sharing what you do. Now, some restaurants say, well, we're a boring restaurant, this and that. And, folks, there's always something interesting. We're in the restaurant business. There's always something interesting going on in the restaurant business, okay? You can always find food. You can talk about experiences with guests. You can talk about experiences with weddings at your kid. There's so much things you can do. One of the things that we do is we have live bands that come in, and I just put the Facebook Live on. I put my phone there, put it on top, so it knocks out the stage out, and I just let it stream for 15 minutes and do lives. Now, people are going to say, oh, what's the sense in listening to music? Well, folks, I looked at my last night's live of Chris Jackson playing, and it had several hundred views. It had a couple comments. But here's the thing. When people start clicking the video to open it up or click the more and read more, that's considered an engagement. An engagement is somebody who actually, they don't have to comment, they don't have to like, they just have to do some kind of action with your post, with your video. So they can just listen for 2 minutes, 1 minute, and they're considered engaged. So on your fan page, next time you post something on your fan page, go in and look down and see the views, see who it reached, there'll be a thing that says engagements. Now from there, you can advertise to everybody who engages in your posts. This is such a strong audience. This really isn't a Facebook ad video right now. I'm just telling you why you want to post. So you make all these posts daily. You make these posts, and after 365 days of making these consistent posts, when you go to place an ad on Facebook, you do it in 6 months. You only do it 365 days, but at 365 days, you can go back a full year, and Facebook allows you to build an audience. Of everybody who's engaged in your post. These are people that know you, trust you, have engaged, have taken action, and that are easy to reach because they know who you are. They've already created an action. So that is a powerful, powerful option right there. But to get to there, you have to create content. You have to put it up. So just share who you are, be real, talk about things, the struggles in the restaurant industry, the upside of the restaurant industry, the food, the farmers, different seasons of food, wine, beer. I did a video yesterday on on a Facebook Live on Di Serrano. Di Serrano is the most popular brand of quote unquote amaretto, but there's a problem with that. Di Serrano is not considered amaretto because it's not made with almonds anymore. They use peach and apricot pits, which are a lot cheaper than almonds. Not many people know this, so it's an eye opener. And I did this video and said, your favorite amaretto, it probably isn't really amaretto. And one lady went and looked at 2 bottles she had at her house, and she goes, oh my gosh, thank you. I never knew this. And I never said that it was bad to buy amaretto. I just said, if you're buying it, you should at least know you're not buying amaretto. You're buying something else that is made from something else. But Di Serrano's not fooling you because they don't put amaretto. If they were to write amaretto on it, then they'd be breaking some laws, but because it's not amaretto. You can't label coffee if it's coffee. You can't label iced tea coffee because it's not coffee. It's iced tea, right? Same thing. You can't label amaretto something that's not made from almonds. It has to be made from almonds. All right. So it's almond flavored liqueur. So it's just an eye opener. Things like that are eye openers for people. And then they start to begin to trust you. And you can literally do this with all your wines, do virtual tastings. Wine distributors come in, they sit down, they taste some wines. I pull out my phone and start rolling a live. Taste along with me virtually. You're on the top of their mind, folks. That's what it's about. Being on the top of their mind and sharing all this cool stuff. This is why reality television is so hot and so successful, because it's reality. It's real. You are a real person owning a restaurant. Let them see a lot of your reality that's happening in the restaurant business, and you'll be on top of their mind. As simple as that. All right, folks, I got to go a little longer than I wanted this video to be, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I appreciate those 3 channels we're streaming on. So thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later.